you do
Yeah.
it does change up, but
Yeah.
yeah. So that was your experience eating 1 kilogram of cheese and pizza.
Yeah, that was my stream on Saturday. What about you? Tell me what you've been streaming or playing or whatever.
So there was a couple of things I've been streaming. I know we kind of talked about this a little bit. You told me go play Rec Room. Just download it. Don't look.
Yeah, yeah,
Don't
yeah, yeah. I was
don't.
like, go play Rec Room. You're not allowed to look it up. You're
Yeah,
not allowed to
yeah.
look up videos. You're good.
All
Yeah,
all I saw
yeah,
was a Steam page. I didn't see anything else about this game, and I was just like, I
yeah.
didn't read anything. I only saw the first picture, and I was just like, okay, well, what is this? I don't know exactly what this game is, and I get into it, and I'm looking at the screen. I'm like, what? Okay, this
Yeah.
is a thing, and so like on the screen now, you can
Yeah.
you can see my character like it talks when you talk, and I'm like, okay, that's
Yep.
cool, but I
Mm-hmm.
didn't know what it
Yeah.
is, and then all of a sudden it's like, okay, now what do I do? How do you play Rec Room? And it's like Little Big Planet was the most relatable experience I've had in terms of people have made levels and you can go and check out their levels, give them a rating, give them some comments, and check it out.
Yeah.
And for the
Right.
most part, I played PT, which
Oh,
which
like remade in Rec Room. Yeah, which
remade
was
in Rec Room,
yeah, whatever.
which was it was actually, hey, it was actually kind of fun, I guess. Like it was ironically truthful
That's me
to
right there on your VOD right now. Ha ha ha! What the fuck? That's
right.
me talking right there. Yeah.
Right. And then of course
Yeah.
I tried out Phasmophobia, so I played games that I
Oh
knew.
yeah, within Rec Room. Yeah,
And
I was
Phasmo
watching you play that. I was like, it's so jank.
like
Just
the
just
mom,
play
like,
real
look at this.
Phasmo.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
it was an experience. And at this point I'm still just like kind of playing by myself, and people were I'm gonna change this up really quick. We're like coming in the chat and saying like, hey, do you want to play together? And I'm like, oh no, I'm just experimenting with this game by myself. I don't really know what to
Yeah.
do.
Uh-huh. Hmm.
And then I went into some level, and Ed had pointed this out. Ed was like, yo, you're like number one in this category right now. You're the number
Yeah,
one streamer in Rec Room.
you were literally the number one Rec Room streamer at the time. You had the most views, which is pretty cool.
Which
So.
I was just like, yo, I'm a boss.
I don't even know if that's something that you want. I don't know if that's, you want to like put that on a resume or something, like a
I don't know,
one-time number
like,
one Rec Room streamer or anything. Yeah.
One time, but then all of a sudden, I went and I played, and I found out there were people, and
I found out there were people.
I
Yeah.
found out there were people, and I'm not gonna play their voices because I found out there were
Yeah,
like,
I know there's probably something a law against that or something. Like you're not allowed to
right,
actually.
right.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
I found out that I'm playing laser tag right
The
now.
age community, let's say, skews a little
It
young.
skews.
For
It
Rec
skews
Room.
young because one time I walked
Yeah.
by something. I don't know. It sounded like a preschool daycare, just like yeah, yeah. I was like,
Yeah.
what are these kids doing? And then when I get into
Yeah.
this level, and I'm like, honestly, this was actually kind of fun. I'm not gonna lie, but this one
Yeah,
person,
it sounded like you were making a kid cry here.
he
You
was
were
crying.
gonna make this
He
kid
was-
cry.
no,
Yeah.
he was like crying. He was like saying, "Don't shoot me. I'm a friendly. Don't shoot me." But he was obviously the enemy. So I'm like, I shoot this kid, and then he just starts saying like, "Mommy, mommy," and I'm like shooting. I'm like, is there a sound glitch that says "mommy" or something? Is this? And then
So
it happened
you,
again.
this kid
kid
was
was
crying.
saying-
Yeah, you made this kid cry, but yeah.
Yeah, and so that's when I learned like, oh, okay, so there's just like a bunch of kids. I don't think I ran into anyone my age in Rec Room.
No, yeah. So whenever like I've jumped on a Rec Room a couple times now, both in VR and non VR actually. And I always like with my friend, and we're like the same age, so we're like basically the only adults in the room. But then we'll go to like
Yeah.
an open kind of room, open world, and there'll just be these kids just like running around, and I'm like, what am I doing here? Like, why am I playing this even? But
I mean, like,
yeah, I don't know.
yeah, it's for VR, but you can also play it in non-VR, and like
yeah,
some of the things do make sense. Like, there's this like community little area, and you can kind of go in here and chill with your friends, and I don't know,
Yeah.
look at different brochures. I don't know. There's some like fun little aspects to it, but I gotta say, I can't find the part where I met that one kid. The first time I found that there was a person.
yeah. It's pretty funny. It was pretty early on, I think.
It was it was
but-
pretty early on, but I get there And I'm like, hello? And the kid's like, oh, hey. And like, it's just a group
Yeah.
of them. They're like, oh, we're going to go play this game. I'm like, oh, how do you do that? And then they just left. They just like got on this platform and left. And I'm like, they left. And the other kid's like, yeah, sometimes they do that. Oh, so do you want to play a game? I'm like, I'm cool, man. I'm good. I'm out. Bye. It's
Yeah,
so weird.
I don't want to like talk to any kids in this game, but yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It was the weirdest. I was just like, yeah, I'm good. I'm good. So, we
Yeah.
that was Rec Room. It is I don't know if I can recommend it. Like you were like, hey, you should go play this and try it out.
Okay, here's to be clear, I never recommended it for you to have a good time. I recommended it for you to have an entertaining stream.
Which
So there
which
you
which
go.
did work out.
You did, which you did.
Which
So
I did.
yeah.
Which I did. I gotta say,
Yeah.
I did enjoy the. Well, I enjoyed that laser tag. I'm not gonna lie, man. That laser tag was
Yeah.
like putting everything in Apex to work. Kids had no chance.